I get the bowlers up here. I like to go through the moral supports. Without their help, this tournament would not be a success. Burger Concessions, Kenton Firefighters, Local 2648, Design Specialty of Ada, Ohio, Gary and Barb's Meat House, McCullough Industries, Hillcrest Lanes, Bear Lickety Rich Insurance, Tri-County Limestone, Classic Trophy of Kenton, Gene Bourne for the Betty Bourne Memorial, the Alexander family for Shirley Alexander Memorial, Hillcrest Bartenders, YMCA, Jeff and Donna Morrison, Cliff Chamberlain Painting and Roofing, Carol's Jewelers, Varsity Club, Andy's Pizza, Porterhouse, West, East, and South, Exclusive Hair Design, Amy Albert, Sherwin-Williams, N&R Video, Golden Image Printing, Rockwell International Credit Union, Blossom Gallery, Richard Catterjohn, Warner Cable, Pam Young and Connie Meadows, Newland Insurance Agency, A. Van Brackle and Sons, Schindewolf Stephen Stiles Funeral Home, Lazarus, WKTN Radio, Sack and Save, Kenton Times, Kenton Surplus, Nelson's Insurance Company, The Bar, Pepsi Cola, Commercial Savings Bank, Community First Bank, and Domino's Pizza. Our alternate after the 24-game match play, the finals is Joyce Rossfer. Her sponsor is Industrial Movers, Ron Hare. In our first match this afternoon will be Kathy Vent. Her sponsor is J&K Decorating of Forest, Ohio. She will be bowling against Leanne Murray in fourth place. Her sponsor is Britain Bookkeeping and Cahill Automotive. The winner of that match will go into our second match for this finals, and it will be Sue Douglas. Her sponsor is Steve Myers Auto Sales, F. Hypers Firewood Supply. The winner will advance. She will bowl against Emily Albin. Her sponsor is Dan King Plumbing and Heating. And the winner of that match will be going into our championship match against Julie Freshcorn. Her sponsor is Thomas Tavern. Okay, will everybody stand for our national anthem? Thank you. Okay, now Kathy and Lee will be on 7 and 8. They will have 2 shadow balls on each lane, and then Lee will decide if she wants to finish first or finish last. Okay, Leanne has decided she will start first, so she will start on lane 7. Ladies, good luck.
Once again, we want to welcome you here today to the 8th Annual Hillcrest Lanes Women's Intermediate Field of 5. Leanne Maria's first delivery is for a split. And she does not convert. She left the 5-8-10. I believe both bowlers, this is their first time in the championship finals. And Kathy Vent's first delivery is a strike on lane 8. I'll welcome our MC, Doug Horde. He had a little bit of a voice problem in the first weekend, but we had a lot of fun with it.
Get a new nickname, Squeaky.
Yeah. And Kathy Vent's second frame on lane 7. Looks like a good shot, and it is a double. And Leanne Maria. Now she's high again and leaves a 7-pin.
This has been a family tradition, family being in the finals.
Well, Leanne, for years and years, she was just an average bowler, averaging the 120s, 130s, and just over the past 5 years has paid a little more attention to it and has wanted to get a little better and has gotten herself into this position. But she misses the 7-pin on the right-hand lane.
It usually takes about the first 3 or 4 frames before you get the jitters out, especially in the opening match.
Yeah, like I said, that I believe this is the first time either one of these ladies have made the championship finals. And you're bowling all by yourself in front of a crowd of about 100. It's kind of nerve-wracking for the first time. She leaves the 1-3 spare on lane 7. Should not be a problem.
All these ladies have had good tournaments this year.
Yeah, and she does convert it. one thing that surprised me was the crowds.
Oh, yeah.
The crowds were good every shift for the first time in a long time. Kathy Bent's delivery on lane 8. Looks like another good one, and she strikes again. That will be tough to beat.
She's starting to put the nails in the wood this early.
She, last night, she proved to do something that this tournament's all about. She was in 7th position going into the position round. And after it was over, I figured up what she needed to actually make it, and she needed to beat the 5th place bowler by 88 and the 6th place bowler by 44 total points to make it in the top 5, and she did it. So she was 88 points out of top 5 going into the last game, which proves you're never out of it. She leaves a 4-7 spare on lane 7. Kathy is, after watching her a couple weekends, she looks like to be a pretty good spare shooter.
She throws more or less like a straight ball. More or less, you gotta have a good aim and get that aim good.
Yeah, that's one thing I believe. Most straight bowlers are good spare shooters because they get the foundation for making spare shooting easy. And Leanne Ray leaves the 6-10 spare on lane 8.
Leanne started out with a 157 average. She ended up with a 169, so a 12 pin improvement. The match play record was 14 and 10. And against Kathy, she got defeated 169 to 138.
And she covers it.
Lee also helps coach out the YMBA kids on Saturday morning and afternoon.
She needs to put something together here. It's a little light. Doesn't catch the head pin. She leaves a 1-2-4-8 combination. A tricky spare.
So Douglas, our next one, will meet the winner of this match. She's warming up on lane 1.
And she covers it. And Kathy Bent is up on lane 8. And the shot again looks like a pretty good one. And it is.
In the 4th frame, strike up.
Kathy,
52. Kathy's got a commanding lead midway through this game.
Kathy, I noticed last night I was keeping score for her 2 games, and every now and then, when she does throw a bad shot, what she does, she carries the ball in the backswing instead of letting it swing freely. And another strike. The high game for the tournament was 244. And that was bowled last night, the last game.
Our 24th.
Well, our last place bowler. Leanne throws a strike.
Yeah, I was talking to Shannon, and I said, well, I guess if you're going to do it, I guess you can do it that game.
Go out,
Kind of surprised herself.
didn't go out smoking, huh?
Today's her birthday, so I guess that's a good birthday present. Walk away with my game in last place.
And a double for Leanne Maria, answering to some pressure.
Started a little late, but I guess all these strikes are going to make up for the time difference.
Got started about 10 minutes late here today. And Kathy Bent's first bad shot. She leaves the 1-2-7-9 combination.
We had to give the ladies a little extra time practicing. They all look pretty nervous.
This is always something different for people of this community. They get into it. They really get behind it. Oh, and just misses it. She leaves a 7-pin for her first open.
A 152 in the 7th. He's at 72 in the 5th with the double up. Still got a good commanding lead. But we still got a few frames left in this game, so things could change.
There's a better shot. And she leaves a 5-pin. Yeah, I was mentioning the crowds again. I was really surprised this year. Most everybody stuck around. It takes a while to tabulate scores to post position so that everybody knows where they stand. And the crowd stuck around for everything, and it was really exciting to see that.
Exciting tournament. It was very close. A lot of goals, late moves.
Yeah, we had to mention that in the men's bracket, we had guys going from the right side of the board with 14th, 15th place all the way up to 3rd and 4th. That happened a number of times. And looks good, and she carries a 3rd one. She's not dead yet.
She went 102 in the 6th.
And her shot on lane 7. And she leaves the 3-6 spare. If she covers this, she'll be trailing by 22. Early in the match, that was, it looked like it was already over, so 22 is not too bad. And she missed it.
That could be the damper. Didn't need that. Really all Kathy has to do now is just kind of stay clean and some good counts. Kathy, she started with a 158 average in this tournament. She ended up with a 167. Her match play record was 15-9.
She leaves the 310 split on lane 8. Not that difficult a split to convert with the type of ball she throws. And it looks so good, and she got it.
Pretty much does it. Looks like Kathy Vent will go on and meet Sue Douglas in the second match of the finals.
Leanne misses 2 convertible spares during the game, and that pretty much tells the story. That's what I during league play and with the junior bowlers when they teach them, they don't know just how important them spares are. She leaves the 5-9 spare on lane 7. First ball in her 10th frame. And this is history now. The best Leanne can shoot's 188. Kathy Vent has 188 in the 9th. You mentioned the match play records, and that's what this tournament's all about. The bowlers bowl 24 games head-to-head, and one game of match play with each other, against each other, each bowler in the tournament, and then one position round, which is the last game of the tournament. And that match play record makes a big difference. You know, the better your match play record is, the more total points you can accumulate. You can bowl average, and if you're a good match play bowler, win a majority of your matches and still be up in the standings.
Kathy finishes off her game.
Very impressive. 206. And a nice shot.
Turned herself around.
Should've
Really got the first 2 frames. She started in 9th place coming in the tournament. She will end up in 5th place.
5th place will earn her $92. A run of some of the Moral Sports sponsors again. Once again, Doug announces most of them at the beginning of the tournament, but
Do that. I'll do my other duties.
all right, we'll see in a few minutes. Leanne finishes the 178 game.
Nice game. Kathy Vent will advance. She had a 206. Leanne had a 178. 2 real good games. Kathy will advance to beat or bowl. Shouldn't predict things. Bowl against Sue Douglas. Sue, you have 2 shadow balls on each lane, and then you will decide if you want to finish first or finish last.
Well, while shadow balls are going on, I'll run through some of the Moral Sports sponsors. Without them sponsors and the actual bowlers sponsors, this tournament would not be possible. Year in and year out, you don't realize how much these bowlers appreciate getting the opportunity to bowl, and without the sponsors, it wouldn't happen. Some of the Moral Sports is Burger Concession for the Roving Trophy. It's a very nice trophy. Kenton Firefighters, local 22648 for the first place plaque. Design specialty of Ada for the first place jacket.
While Sue takes her shadow balls, I'll announce the 50-50 on the orange ticket. The last 3 numbers for $35.50 is 178. Bob Lake.
And some cheers and jeers as a 50-50 winner is announced. Gary and Barb's Meat House for the first place shirt. McCullough Industries for the second place shirt. Hillcrest Lanes for the second place plaque. Fair Lichty Resch Insurance, high game of $40. Tri-County Limestone, high 4-game series, $40. Classic Trophy of Kenton, last place plaque. Betty Bourne Memorial, donated by Gene Bourne, and that's the sportsmanship's plaque. And the Alexander family for the Shirley Alexander Memorial Award for Most Improved.
To finish first, so Kathy, you'll start on lane 7. Ladies, good luck.
Our second match is we'll pit Kathy Vent against Sue Douglas. Sue Douglas, being the high qualifier, gets to choose the starting positions. Kathy's first ball on lane 7 leaves the rookie. I can't even think of the pin numbers. 3, 5, 6 combination.
Want me to write it down on a piece of paper, Dale?
Yeah, I need that little pin chart. That's what I need. And she converts the spare.
Sue comes into this game. Match play record was a very impressive 19-5. When you do that, you know, Dale, you're going to be pretty well close up to the top 5.
Yeah, that 19-5 record earns her 540 points towards her total points. Total points, and she throws a strike on her first ball. Total points are accumulated by actual score. You earn victory points for a win of 30 points per game, and you earn bonus points. Bonus points is earned by beating your average. You have a qualifying average in every pin. For every game that you're above that average, you earn bonus points. So, for instance, if you shot a 180 game, your average was 170, you'd earn 10 bonus points. Sue leaves the 6-10 spare on lane 7.
Amazingly, Sue, 19-5 record, and three of those losses was against the ones that's ball today.
Bull in the top 5, that's interesting.
She lost to Kathy, so impressive 191 to 186. She started the tournament 19th place.
Yeah, I was talking to Sue during the first weekend, and I was going through career high series for each bowler, and could not believe that her career high series is only 560. And I said, you have only shot high of 560? She says, yeah. He says, every time I get close to it, I just can't quite get over that. She converts her spare in the second frame. Yeah, I think that's going to go down sooner or later. Whoa! Kathy Vent, 4-pin became a 6-pin.
Between 3 and 6.
Yeah, well, actually, yeah, that's right. Between the 3 and 6.
I guess you want to call that the 11th pin?
Almost so far out of range that the rack didn't hit it. Which is something I've only seen once.
We've had a lot of problems with that this past weekend. A lot of sliding pins across the
What happens is, what has happened, and what we here at the lanes think that's happening is because the lanes were resurfaced this year. And the urethane coat, when it's new, is extremely smooth. And when a pin moves across standing upright, it doesn't get knocked over by friction or roughness of the lane. Kathy converts the spare, the 3.5 pin.
Or 11th pin. We'll call it
The 11th, there you go.
People's not familiar with bowling terms, we just made that up. That's a pin following the deck circle.
Kathy's third frame. Yeah, she misses the head pin to the right and leaves the 1-2-4.
She's to do something. She told you. She hit the pocket real good the last time.
Yeah.
Sliding.
Tried to make a slight adjustment. And that was good. And her spare shot is good. Sue Douglas's third frame. And she pulls that shot across and bad break. She leaves a 7-9 split. When Sue runs into trouble, I'm a habitual analyzer, but when Sue runs into trouble, is what she doesn't do is she doesn't follow through towards her target. She stops, and when the ball's about to come out of her hand, she stops. She gets one of the two for 47 in the third, trailing Kathy Vent by 9. And another split. She leaves the 3-10.
This is more pickable, uppable.
Yeah, much easier than the 7-9.
Approach down from last year. The ball's made too. Makes her a little bit more accurate.
It looks good, and she converts it. So Kathy Venn has left the 3-10, and she got it. Sue Douglas has done the same.
Winner of this match will go against Emily Albin.
Don't say it. Oh, right on top of the head pin, but she gets a break, leaves the 4-7.
Been the MC for the last few years, and when these ladies get married and change their names,
You want to call them by their previous name or their maiden names? Yeah.
Karen Berger.
And she covers it.
She's got more spares. I'm getting the strikes like we had in the last match.
She didn't make me out to be a liar. I thought, after watching her, I thought she was a good spare shooter, and she's proving that she is. That's a good shot there. All right, on top of the head pin and a 4-6-7 split. Putting Sue Douglas right back in the match.
Imagine it won't be too long before we see Kathy bowling in the April Classic.
Yeah.
Women's Invitation.
And her shot is, she gets 2 of them, which is exactly what you want to do.
Smart way to do it. This makes really the odds of picking it up.
1 in 1,000, 1 in 10,000.
Most pins you could possibly get, especially in a do-or-die situation in the finals.
Sue's shot on lane 8, her 5th frame. Light and another split. She leaves the 210.
Third split. That's hit it light right on the head pin. This can be made.
It's got a chance. Oh, just missed it. So we're through 5 frames of this match. Kathy Vent leading by 7, 80-73.
Start getting some strikes. Get the crowd powered up like we did the last match. Last match was very interesting.
That's something when I was bowling championship rounds. That's what I love to hear.
You did last year, I tell you.
And she leaves the 610 spare. That's what it's all about. You only get few opportunities to be in a position like that, so you want to make the most of it. Have fun, get everybody going, and you're the best at it, I'm telling you.
I had fun, and you got the best out of it. I had it going for the first 4 frames, because you opened a couple.
Yeah, and
You put your
Sue converts the 610 spare. And Kathy's 6th frame on lane 8. She's light again and leaves the 1-2-4-5. A very difficult spare, especially the way she throws the ball.
slow start game this match.
And she gets one of them. So this match is turned around.
Frames back to back for Kathy. Gives Sue a 6-pin lead. Going into the 7th frame.
And her shot on the left-hand lane is light on the left-hand side and leaves the 1-3-6-9.
I think now she's lost. She's gonna have to step back, take a little bit more extra time.
Yeah.
Get things focused. Take a couple deep breaths and get back to work.
You just need to do what you can to make a good shot and give the ball a chance.
I think if anybody will start striking will win this match.
And her shot looks pretty good, and it is.
I don't think she really wanted to pick it up that way, but hey, anything works. Good. She gets up. Lane 8.
And she pulls that one left. And leaves the 10 pin.
Right, well, she's doing great. I don't know what it is about these pins this year. Of course, me being a left-hander and me being a right-hander, I think the 10 pins weigh a little bit more than the other pins. I've seen enough
I think-
this year so far.
I think that's always been true. If it's sitting in that 7 or 10 pin slot, it weighs a pound more than all the rest of them. And she misses the 10 pin. And this match is turned the other way again.
This match is going back and forth. I guess this is the game to say Nobody wants to win.
Mm-hmm. You always say that, but you know you're wrong. And Sue's shot is a good one. There's a good shot. Let's see if Kathy Bent can answer.
Out there in radio land, I wonder if the crowd left or something. Wasn't having too much excitement. Maybe now we can start the crowd back into.
And she leaves a single pin, the 2. And Kathy's shot at the 2-pin spare. And she is going to miss it. She, on her backswing, when it's obvious, when her backswing isn't natural, isn't relaxed, the ball goes wherever it wants. If she relaxes and lets the ball swing free, she gets the ball on the line that she wants. Better shot, all right. May not be that much fun for the bowlers to have a tight match going to the 10th frame, but it's fun for us to watch it. And Sue's shot on the right-hand lane. She leaves a bucket combination at 2-4-5 spare. Big fits.
A lot of bowlers.
And she converts it.
So 121 in the 8th frame. Against Kathy Bent's 115. Kathy's got a strikeout. Sue's got a spare up. Going into the final frame. This could be probably about the most important frame.
Oh, and most important ball in the game. Each one becomes successively the most important ball in this game. And it's not too bad a shot. A little high, leaves the 6-pin.
Looks like she's picking up the ball speed a little bit. Rushing up the line more and more as the game went on. Kind of plays like this, you know, I hold in field. The adrenaline takes takes over.
Sue's shot is a good one.
Strikes here, she can finish up with 160. Force Kathy
to throw the first strike. Yeah. She has to have a 5-pin count.
Strike.
And that is definitely going to be worth 5. It is a strike.
160.
So Kathy Bent's in the enviable position of she needs the first one.
She wants to advance.
And it looks like a good shot. And she gets it light, leaves the 5-8 spare, and Sue Douglas will be the winner of match number 2.
price. Which will net her $110. Strikes here, finish 155. 5 pitches short. I'll leave you for a few minutes.
And we'll see again. And she leaves a 5 pin on the last ball for a 154.
Okay, Sue Douglas will advance. She beat Kathy 160 to 154. Very close game. She will now meet Emily Albin.
So even though the scores aren't high, that's what match play is about.
2 shadow balls on each lane, and then you will decide if you want to finish first, finish last.
Game 3 will pit Emily Albin against Sue Douglas. Once again, I'll run through a few more of the Moral Support sponsors. The Hillcrest Bartenders, for most splits converted, $25. The YMCA membership for the most 200 games. Jeff and Donna Morrison for 9th place, which $30. Cliff Chamberlain Painting and Roofing for 10th place, $30. Carol's Jewelers, 11th place, $35 gift certificate. Varsity Club for 12th place, a gift certificate. Andy's Pizza for 13th place and a gift certificate. Porterhouse West, East, and South, a gift certificate for 14th place. Hair Exclusive Designs, Amy Albert, 15th place, a $15 gift certificate. Sherwin-Williams for 16th place will get a ladder. N&R Video, 17th place and a gift certificate. N&R Video, 18th place and a gift certificate.
My mom wants you.
Emily Albin making her
Emily wants
decision.
to finish last, so Emily will lead off on lane 7. Match number 3. Good luck.
Okay, Emily Albin will start on lane 7. Once again, the top highest seeded bowler chooses whether she wants to start first or finish last. There's always some strategy involved in that decision. You always want to finish on your good lane. Or if you think the other person can't handle pressure, you want them to finish last, so you want to start first. Emily's first shot is a split. Good shot, just a little high. Hit what we called a fast 8, but happened to leave the 9 with it. She left a 4-7-9 combination. And she did what she needed to, and she got 2 of them. Of the 5 bowlers, Emily has probably the most classic style.
She comes from a strong bowling family too. Sister Amy, Mom Mickey, and her dad Terry.
And Sue starts with a split.
Cost $88 to get into this tournament, $48 for the sponsor, $40 for the bowler.
All prize monies are returned 100% to the bowlers. And she gets one.
term with a 153 average. She ended up with a 168.
15 pins.
Increase. Like I said, she started in 19th place. The 19-5 match play record.
And the bowler who finishes, whose finishing average, I believe it is the highest over her starting average, is the one who receives the Shirley Alexander Memorial Award
Given out by Terry Alexander.
at the end of the tournament. Nice shot. Second frame for Sue Douglas is a strike. And we'll see if Emily can answer. And she does answer.
Emily beats Sue 169 to 160. She had an 18-6 match play record. Her start turned with a 157 average. She ended up with an impressive 172.
172.
Came in 11th place, so 3 places below she did today.
Emily's shot for her third frame is high, and she gets out of a split. She leaves the 6 pin. Some of them, I want to make sure I get through all the sponsors for the tournament, and so I'm going to a couple more of the Morals of Sports. Golden Image Printing for the programs. Rockwell International Credit Union for the towels. Blossom Gallery Florist for flowers. Emily's spare shot in the third frame is good.
Emily throws the teal rhino. Very good ball for that throw too.
And that's the only reason.
Yeah, it's green.
Yes.
Miami Dolphin colors.
Sue's shot in her third frame is high, and she leaves the 3 pin.
Tournament leader, Julie Crusher, will meet the winner of this match for the championship match. She's now warming up for line 1.
Then what are the explosions you hear in the background? She throws the ball about 100 miles an hour. Ooh, just misses it.
Something Sue's not going to be able to afford to do in this
Yeah.
match against Emily. Very impressive bowler.
A very good spare shooter. Sue's shot in the 4th frame on the left-hand lane. That looks pretty good there. And is.
Nice backward strike.
Sue must still be nervous because when I was watching her in qualifiers on, I think Sunday morning, she was following through much better than she is here today. Emily's shot in the 4th frame. Just a hair high and leaves a 4 pin.
Out of the top 5, I would say Emily probably has the most knowledgeable about the game of bowling. First glove with her hand, give you a better feel.
It's not a an actual support for the wrist. It's just a glove, like something like a golfer would wear. Yeah.
Just like a better grip. My M9. Eyesight ain't going too bad.
No, hey, that's pretty good, Doug. Emily's shot in the 5th frame. Little high again and leaves the 610. And her shot at the spare is good. And Sue Douglas will try to answer with a double. This is the shot. This is where you got to put something together. Make sure you get one good shot in here. Put a little pressure on Emily. And that's a good shot. Oh, just a little high. Leaves a 4-pin.
I think she was in it last year, wasn't she? I think so. It's going to be a family thing. Me and
Gives Sue 57 in the 4th frame. Sue's down by 9. Into the 6th frame. Both bowlers have spares up.
Oh, she didn't hit that one very good, but she really stopped on that one. You could see in her arm swing that as soon as it hit the foul line that she stopped her arm completely.
Spare.
Yeah, good attempt.
Sixth frame. Spare.
Another shot. It looks to be a little high and is. Leaves the 3-6-10. I was watching keeping score also last night. I kept for Emily one game, and she threw every shot right over the line. She wanted right in the pocket. She doesn't have much, a whole lot of ball speed, so she doesn't carry real well. But she misses this spare. She doesn't carry real well, but she's always in the pocket or around it. She opens the door there for Sue. Her shot in the 7th frame on lane 7. It's a little better on that one, and she leaves a 5-pin. And she converts Emily's. Emily was 3-1 in match play against the other bowlers in the top 5 compared to Sue's 1-3. And she goes left to the Brooklyn side.
Bread and butter ball.
Times when it seems like it doesn't pay to put the ball in the pocket. You cross over and get strikes. You hit the hit pin and get strikes. And you bury it and you leave pins. But you can't give them back.
You just don't know what to do. You don't want to adjust because, hey, falling or falling.
Yeah. Sue shot, and once again she stops. Leaves the 1-2-7.
If Sue would advance to the next match against Julie, they're real good friends, so that can be a matchup.
Sue shot at the spare. Threw the ball well that time and converts it.
Kicks the 7 out.
Emily Albin up in the 8th frame on lane 8. The shot is a pretty good one, and she leaves the 7 pin. Not a lot of strikes here today, but the matches are within a few pins every frame.
Real good matches. Been decided until about the 10th frame.
And she's going to miss that one.
Very big damage game.
Yeah, Sue can really take control of this match with the next one. Throws a strike on the next ball.
Emily is capable of stringing a few, so this is where she's going to have to buckle down now and get started.
And her shot in the 9th frame. And it goes Brooklyn and leaves the 5 pin.
Shoots in the 9th frame at the 5 pin.
And she converts it.
Picks it up for no doubt.
And Sue Douglas for her 9th frame. Throws a shot, and it looks to be a little high, and it leaves a big split.
Very difficult to get that.
6-7-10 split. And it keeps Emily Albin in the match.
I guess what we're going to call today is the swinging door.
Yeah, that's what it's been today.
Really, no one has really took control. As he meant did in the first match, but
And she gets 1 of the 3.
he came back and made it a game. 141 frame for Sue Douglas.
This is Sue Douglas's 10th frame. She can still get up here in the 10th frame and shut Emily out, but she has to throw all 3 strikes. And she didn't do it. On the first ball, she leaves the 7 pin. Some bowlers, they don't want to know what they need to do. Some want to know. You know, I'm one of them. I have to know. If I don't know what I have to do, I can't buckle down and make a good shot. You know, I'm just up there throwing the ball.
He must have buckled down last.
And her spare shot off the 7 is good. She can force.
She must be feeling the strike coming on. She wanted to jump in front of Sue before she threw the last ball on the 10th.
If Sue Douglas throws a strike here on the last ball in the 10th, she can force Emily to throw a strike on the first ball to have a chance to win. And she does it. Finishes with 161. If Emily does not throw a strike on her first ball, the best she can shoot is 159. So she has to have the first one. And it looks like a good one. Good shot, and she leaves a solid 10-pin. Best shot of the game.
Dreaded 10 pin.
Her best shot of the game when she needed it and got.
So Douglas will go ahead and meet Julie Freshmore in our championship match. Determine our new champion, 1994.
She converts the spare for a possible 159. Yeah, she wanted to keep going. She wanted to keep going, as we all do.
Yeah.
Finishes with another 10-pin.
Very good match there. 161 to 158. Sue Douglas will go and meet Julie Freshcorn to meet our champion for this year. Julie, you have 2 shallow balls on each lane, and then you can decide if you want to finish first or finish last.
And we'll run through the rest of the moral support sponsors. Richard Catajon, standing right here in front of us for the videotaping of today's event. Warner Cable for donation of the use of the equipment to tape the event. Pam Young and Connie Metals for cakes that were donated during the tournament. Newland Insurance Agency. Kenton Surplus. These are moral support sponsors that did not give awards. They donated, I believe it was $20 a piece. Nelson Insurance Company, The Bar, Pepsi-Cola, Commercial Savings Bank, Community First Bank, Domino's Pizza, A. Van Brackle and Sons, Schindewolf Stevens Stout Funeral Home, Lazarus, WKTN, Sack and Save, and the Kenton Times. Once again, we want to thank all them moral support sponsors. Your donations and your help as moral support sponsors and bowler sponsors allows this tournament to happen, and every one of the 24 bowlers appreciates it very much. We're going to run through also the regular bowlers and their sponsors. Belinda Nichols, who was high qualifier for her sponsor was Sack and Save.
Julie has elected to finish first, so Sue, you will lead off on lane 7. This will determine our champion. Ladies, good luck.
Terry Alexander qualified second. Her sponsor was Hillcrest Lanes. Shirley Wren qualified third. Schindewolf Stevens Stout Funeral Home. And the first ball of the championship match by Sue Douglas is a little light. She leaves the 1-2 spare. Teresa Williams qualified fourth. Her sponsor was Golden Giant Buildings. Kathy Vent qualified fifth. Her sponsor was J&K Decorating of Forest, Ohio. Sue's spare shot here in the first frame. And she converts it. Amy Albin will get $136 for her efforts.
Came impressive 19-5 match play record, along with Sue Douglas. Her average came in with a 157. She finished with a very impressive 178.
Her spare shot is just a little light, and she gets one of them. Julie Freshcorn starts with 8 in the first frame. Julie Freshcorn is definitely different than everybody else we've seen today. She creates a lot of power with ball speed. If she just catches the head pin just enough, she can scatter them and get strikes.
This match
This should take no time at all.
Last teaser when she took practice balls for this match.
Julie's shot in the second frame is right on top of the head pin. The one place she cannot put it. Because with that ball speed, she usually doesn't get out of splits. And she gets 2 of them. Certainly disappointed with her start. And Sue's second frame shot is a strike, 20 in the first. And
Best ball she's thrown.
oh, definitely. And already a commanding lead through 2 frames.
She's got a couple of games under her belt, so now maybe she's a little bit more relaxed than she will. But in the meantime, it's hard for somebody coming like Julie, no games under their belt,
Mhm.
come in, the tension.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
got one game.
Sue Douglas's third frame shot leaves the 6-10 spare.
That's what Julie's
Yeah, it's
techniques are. She don't take no time. She picks up the ball, and I guarantee you the ball will be hitting the pins within 3 seconds.
yes.
That's a ball where she's always going to.
But you talk about the championship or the high qualifier getting only 1 game to get it done. Well, she's put herself in a position where she needs to win just once to be a champion. So there's a good and a bad to that. Her third frame shot is much better. And she's almost gets another split, but gets out of it. Leaves the 10 pin.
Top 6 bowler composite average is 170. Top 5 bowlers that bowled in today's competition was a 171. And the composite average for all 24 bowlers was a good 162.
62, which was 7 pins over the entering average of 155. He misses. That's you definitely know how Julie's feeling when she's bowling. Just need to make a good shot and get yourself back in it. And it is. Julie Freshcorn's sponsor was Thomas Tavern. Julie Swavels, Weaver's Auto Sales, Leanne Maria, our 5th place finisher, Britton Bookkeeping, and Cahill's Automotive.
It's hard to say it.
Yeah, it is. Say that 3 times fast. Sue Douglas, her shot in the 4th frame leaves the 6-10 again. Sue setting with 58 in the 3rd. Julie Freshcorn at 26. 32 pin lead through 3 frames. And her spare shot is just good enough.
Sue has a 8 in the 3rd with the spare up. Julie has 26 in the 3rd with the strikeout. 10 should be very interesting today.
Yeah, it'll be a real good show today. Yes.
My angle's on that.
And Sue's attempt at the 4-5 split. It's got a chance, and she got it. Takes a perfect shot. And Julie's shot in the 5th frame leaves the 1-2 spare. I'd run off a few more sponsors, but Julie won't give me time. As Doug mentioned earlier, these two are very good friends. And her spare shot, she hits it, and it does not fall.
One off the 1-2.
So Julie's setting with 54 in the 5th frame. Who'd have thought? And she leaves a split in the 6th on a good shot.
She's not going her way today.
Julie led. There was what the bowlers do over 2 weekends is bowl 6 shifts of 4 games each shift, and Julie was the leader 3 of them shifts. Terry Alexander led after the 1st shift, and I believe Julie took over on the 4th shift and held it for the rest of the way. So what you're seeing is not typical.
You don't see this out of Julie too often.
Sue Douglas's shot in the 6th frame, and she is clean through 5. And it's an excellent shot. Well, she's got the match in hand. All she has to do is make good shots, keep off the head pin to avoid some splits, and convert her spares, and she's in. And there's that it's a little high, but she gets out of it.
Said not to do.
Yeah, and she leaves the 6-10.
Best game so far as of this afternoon.
And her attempt at the spare is good. So Sue is putting together a clean game. No opens so far through 7 frames on the most important time of the tournament.
Well, she's telling Julie, giving me your best shot. That's what it's going to take now.
And her shot is a pretty good shot, but she leaves the 5 pin. Her attempt at the 5 pin spare is, oh, and she missed it again. She's not by much. Though she's missing a lot of spares, I wouldn't want to stick my finger in between the ball and the pin because she's just barely missing.
This is our first really lopsided match.
And she's high and gets out of a split, leaves the 3 pin. I'll run through a few more bowlers and sponsors. Karen Curtin, sponsored by Burger Concessions. Emily Albin by Dan King Plumbing and Heating. Joyce Rostifer, Industrial Movers. Ron Hare. And Julie gets one. Jackie Stevens, sponsored by Price Funeral Homes. Tina Graber, Porterhouse East and Auburn Lumber Company. Janice Wright, Forest Cardinal Store. David Milroy, manager. Sue Douglas's shot in the 8th frame is a pretty good shot. She leaves a 5-pin. Sue Douglas with a 63-pin lead.
Very commanding lead, especially this late in the game.
Oh, yeah. And she converts it. Dorothy Hogue, Tri-County Limestone and Gary's Meat House. Qualifying 18th was Dawn Ibican. Langenkamp Chevrolet, Olds, Buick, Pontiac, and GMC trucks. I did it. Sue Douglas is shot in the 9th. Gets out of a split, leaves the 7-pin. Sandy Albert, McCullough Industries. She replaced Terry McCullough, who was actually the qualifier. Sandy Albert was originally the first alternate. Sue Douglas, Steve Myers Auto Sales Incorporated, and Pfeiffer's Firewood Supply.
Or he'll get the Reuben Trophy. Get it 6 months of the year.
Sue Douglas converts the 7-pin in the 9th frame, and she still has a clean game through 9 frames. And Julie throws another good shot and leaves a 5-pin. Sue Walls, Right Way Food Service and Gordon Food Service. Brenda Thompson, Old Acre, Dunkirk, Ohio. Connie Shirk, Environmental Concepts. Shannon McGrath by the Hair Gallery. And last year's champion, qualified 24th this year, Deb Pitts, Hill Drug. Julie converts just her 2nd spare of the game. Frame.
Back-to-back marks. Strikeout, finish with 141.
Ew. Leaves a 4-6 split. Well, this is over, except for throwing a few more balls. Sue Douglas is going to be the 1994 champion.
Finishes out with 130, way below her average.
Yeah, that was way below her average.
Nothing to be ashamed of. Runner up, nothing to snob on.
Julie will get $153 for her efforts in this tournament. And Sue, first ball in the 10th.
4-10 split. That's not one. Real good, respectable game.
Douglas. Sue Douglas, the 1994 champion of the Hillcrest Women's Intermediate. Sue had to bowl 3 games to get it done.
Hey, my ball!
We'll give out awards.
Hillcrest scoring a runner-up to the 130. Okay, I'm going to call the bowlers up, and then we'll give out the prizes. In 24th place is Shannon McGrath. Her sponsor is Hair Gallery. Get up on the perch, yeah. Today's her birthday. Happy birthday, Shannon.
And on her birthday,
Very,
she will get a last place plaque.
Last night, didn't we? In 23rd
Courtesy of
place
Classic
is
Trophy.
Tina Graber. Her sponsor is Porterhouse East and Auburn Lumber. In 22nd place is Don Evican. Her sponsor is Langenkamp Chevrolet, Olds, Buick, Pontiac, GMC Truck. In 21st place is Connie Shirk. Her sponsor is Environmental Concepts. In 20th place is Dorothy Hogue. Her sponsor is Tri-County Limestone and Gary's Meat House. In 19th place is Terry Alexander. Her sponsor is Hillcrest Lanes. In 18th place is Shirley Wren. Her sponsor is Shinda Wolf Stephen Stiles Funeral Home. In 17th place is Teresa Williams. Her sponsor is Golden Giant Buildings. In 16th place, our last year champion is Deb Pitts. Her sponsor is Hill Drug. In 15th place is Jackie Stevens. Her sponsor is Price Funeral Home. In 14th place is Janet Wright. Her sponsor is Forest Cardinal Store. David Melroy is the manager. In 13th place is Sandy Albert, and she's sponsored by Petroleum Industries. In 12th place, on the other side of the board, is Brenda Long. Her sponsors are Barrel Lounge and B&B Body Shop.
12th through 18th place will receive gift certificates by Varsity
11th
Club,
place is
Andy's
Brenda
Pizza,
Thompson. Her sponsor is
Porterhouse,
Liberty of Dunkirk, Ohio.
Hair Exclusive, Sherwin-Williams, and N&R Video.
In 10th place is Belinda Nichols. Her sponsor is Sack and Save.
10th place receives $30, courtesy of Cliff Chamberlain Painting and Roofing.
In 9th place is Sue Walls. Her sponsor is Right Weight Food Service and Gordon Food Service.
And she will receive $30, courtesy of Jeff and Donna Morrison.
In 8th place is Julie Swable. Her sponsor is Weaver Auto Sales.
8th place pays $49.
7th place is Karen Curtin. Her sponsor is Burger Concessions.
7th place pays $66.
6th place is Joyce Rostaford. Her sponsor.
Sixth place in today's
In 5th
alternate
place
pays
is Leanne Maria.
$84.
Her sponsor is Brenton Bookkeeping and Cahill's Automotive.
Leanne will receive $92 and a carnation from her daughter.
In 4th place is Kathy Vent. Her sponsor is J&K Decorating of Forest, Ohio.
Kathy Vent will receive $110.
In 3rd place is Emily Albin. Her sponsor is Dan King Plumbing and Heating.
3rd place, good for $136.
Our runner-up in 2nd place is Julie Freshcorn. Again, yeah. And her sponsor is Tom's Tavern.
Julie will receive $153. A shirt from McCullough Industries.
And our champion,
Plaque from
first
Hillcrest
place,
Lanes.
is Sue Douglas. Her sponsor is Steve Myers Auto Sales and Piper's Firewood Supply.
First place receives $250. The roving trophy from Burger Concessions, a plaque from Kenton Firefighters, and a jacket from Design Specialty.
Okay, for 18th place, Shirley Wren will receive an N&R video certificate. In 17th place, also an N&R video certificate will go to Teresa Williams. And in 16th place, gets a ladder from Sherwin Williams, will go to Deb Pitts.
Sue Douglas's championship today in 8 years makes the 8th different champion.
Okay. As long as you know.
The roving trophy,
Okay.
donated by Burger Concessions.
Exclusive.
Very
In
beautiful
15th
trophy.
place,
Stands about 2.5
Jackie
feet high.
Stevens will get a
Goes to the
$15 gift
sponsor,
certificate
who will hold
from
on to it.
Exclusive Hair
The
Design.
sponsor
Amy
of the
Albert.
champion, who will hold on to it
She's not here right
for 1
Okay.
year until next year's tournament.
In 14th place, Janice Wright will get a Porterhouse gift certificate. Thirteenth place, Andy's Pizza gift certificate will go to Sandy Albert. Twelfth place, a Varsity Club gift certificate will go to Brenda Long. Eleventh place, a $35 gift certificate from Carol Jewelers will go to Brenda Thompson. In 10th place, Belinda Nichols will receive $30. With Chamberlain Painting and Roofing. In 9th place, of $30 from Donna and Jeff Morrison will go to Sue Walls. She's not here. And I get it. I get it. Okay, 8th place, $49 will go to Julie Swable. Seventh place of $66 will go to Karen Curtin. Sixth place of $84 will go to Joyce Rostaford. And fifth place of $92 will go to Leanne Maria. Fourth place, $110 will go to Kathy Vent. Third place, $136 will go to Emily Albin. In second place, our runner-up, again, will go to Julie Freshcorn. She will receive $153, a second place plaque of Hillcrest Lanes, and a second place shirt from McCullough Industries. And our champion, Sue Douglas, will receive $250, a first place shirt from Gary and Barb Meat House, a first place jacket from Design Specialty of Ada, Ohio, a first place plaque from the Kenton Firefighters Local 2648. She'll also receive the roving trophy will go to her sponsors. Now you'll have to decide on which one gets that. Haven't do 6 months, I guess, from Burger Concessions. Okay, our high game of 244 is Shannon Snapper McGrath. She'll receive $40. And our high series of a 763, she'll receive $40 from Tri-County Limestone. That goes to Janice Wright. Next year. Okay, for the most 200 games, she had 5. Goes to Julie Freshcorn. She'll receive $25 from the Hillcrest bartender. No. That's a YMCA membership. Hey, he'll slow down, bowling a little bit. And she don't need to throw the ball any harder. Okay, for the most splits converted, she had 6. This is from the Hillcrest bartenders of $25. Goes to Leanne Maria. The Sportsmanship Award, it is the Betty Bourne Memorial. This is donated by Jean Bourne. Gets a sportsmanship plaque. Goes to Shannon McGrath.
Sportsmanship Award is voted on by the individual bowlers themselves.
Yeah. She also gets the last place plaque. Goes to Shannon McGrath. Okay, will Terry Alexander please come forward? Okay.
I'm going to
This is
present.
the Shirley Alexander Memorial. This is donated by the Alexander family. This is the most improved plaque, and this goes to Julie Freshcorn. She's 21 pins over her average at the start of the tournament.
That award is given for most improved
Let's have
average.
a big round of applause for all the ladies. They did bowl 24 games. An outstanding job. We thank all the sponsors, the storekeepers, anyone that donated to this tournament. We thank you.
And once again, Sue Douglas, the Hillcrest Lanes 8th Annual Women's Intermediate Champion. We thank you for your participation, women. We know you have a lot of fun. That's why it happens. Sponsors, we thank you again, and we'll see you next year.